to start by cleaning the windshield with some rubbing alcohol. Make sure it's free from debris and oils. Dry it real good. Give it a sec to dry. I'll peel back the adhesive on the camera. Now you can see where the camera is mounted. The bracket's on good and strong. Push in nice and tight. Now we're going to put our camera back on. Slide it on. Position the camera so it's looking forward. And that's that. Alright, so I'm going to hook up the main ECU harness and power. And then I'm also going to plug in the GPS antenna. And now I'm going to run this through the headliner. Okay, so I'm going to run the wire through the headliner. Just tuck it right up inside of here. Alright, so while we're running it through the headliner, we're also going to take out the A-pillar. Be careful we don't pull the speaker out. We're going to tuck this behind the headliner and follow the factory wiring through the A-pillar. Alright, so from here we're going to zip tie the connections to the factory wiring. So we don't have any issues with interfering with the airbag. Now we're going to prep the area for our GPS antenna. A little rubbing alcohol. Wipe off any debris, dirt, dust. Make sure we get all this stuff off the dashboard. Give that a chance to dry. And we're going to coil up the remaining slack in a circular motion. We don't want to pinch it like this because it'll ruin the reception. So we leave it in a circle like this. And now we'll stuff the remaining coil down into the pillar. And that's what it should look like. All right, so now we're going to put the pillar back. And we're going to make sure that we have enough slack over here for the antenna, but not pinch it. So now we're good. Now we can stick this down. We'll let that stay there for now, and we'll put the pillar back. All right, so the dashboard is cleaned already. Now we're going to peel off our adhesive. And we're going to stick this down right on the dash. A little pressure. And that's good to go. All right, so I'm going to run the power harness down to the passenger kick panel where the fuse box is located on this vehicle. We'll pull up the installation, run this down the pillar. Okay, so now we're going to test for power. The way we know we have the right fuses, the red wire is going to be a switched power source, meaning when the vehicle key turns on, the power is on. When the key is off, there's no power. So right now we have no power, but when we turn the key on, we have power. Now we turn the key back off, power shuts off. And with the key off or on, this will give us constant power. This is for the memory of the device, so that you can check in on the device even when the car is parked for long periods of time. This will help keep the batteries charged. All right, so now that the wires are already ran through the pillar and down to our fuse box, we're gonna find our fuses. So now we tested our fuses and we know which ones that we're looking to pull out. We need one that's constant, that has power all the time, and one that only gives power when the vehicle is on. So in this case, we're pulling out this fuse here, which is our constant. And now I'm gonna put my fuse, and I got them right here. So both fuses are now in our ADA circuit. And we're just gonna push this right into that spot where we pulled it out of. All right, and that's that. All right, so for the ground, we're gonna use a self-tapping screw and our drill. And we're gonna screw into the chassis. And we're gonna take our ground loop, stick it onto here, tighten the screw, and that's it. Our system is powered and grounded. All right, so now we're gonna run the extension wire for the camera facing the rear. We're gonna run this right through the headliner up here. Take down the insulation. We're just gonna tuck this right up inside of here. And as we're passing by, we're gonna tuck this right in, right behind it. We're gonna run this right through the headliner up here and then tuck the insulation back. All right, and we're gonna go back in here. Run this over the pillar. Tuck it in. Use your panel tool. Over here. Tuck this wire through here, through the headliner again. We're going to run this all the way down. All right, so now we're going to tuck up the remaining slack for the back camera. In a pickup truck like this, we don't use all of our slack. If you had a passenger vehicle or an SUV that's a lot longer than this, you would obviously have less slack than this. So we're going to coil this up, zip tie this. Now we can take this remaining slack and we can pull it down in this headliner and we can tuck it up inside of here. So now we don't have to run the entire thing. Just run the rest of our remaining wire over to this part. I already prepped the back windshield, so I was able to stick this back on for the rear camera. The proper way to put the camera is having the wire on this side of the left side of the vehicle, on your driver's side, that it is facing the right way.